Hello, guys. Welcome back to the channel. Doing possibly, arguably, the worst film in the Conjuring universe, and that is Annabelle 2014. First off, we're going to talk about why it's probably the most hated of all the Conjuring films. Basically, why it's the most hated is because The Conjuring from 2013 was so beloved. I loved the first Conjuring film. I still love it. It's one of my favorite haunting films of the past decade, easily. But like everybody was so blown away by that first film, and so absolutely it was groundbreaking for haunting films. Like it just reinvented the whole genre, because haunting films before that, we had like a couple of decent ones, like Insidious, which is actually a really good one, but nothing really that changed the whole dynamic of, you know, haunting films. So like when the first Conjuring came out, everybody was blown away because, rated R for scary. That's basically what they said. It was the scariest film that had come out like in the past few years. So like long time, and they rated R just based on how scary it was. And then 1 year later is when Annabelle came out. It was the wrong time. Wrong time for that film to come out, and not only that, but it was also a Hollywood cash grab, just cashing off the fact that everybody thought the doll was creepy. And then, yeah, now we have Annabelle, and Annabelle is, yeah, arguably the worst film in the franchise, arguably. It's probably, to me, it's like right up there with The Nun. The Nun and Annabelle, the first one, are probably the worst in the entire Conjuring universe, but it's got its moments, kind of like The Nun for me. It does have its moments to where it's genuinely like, one sec. There we go. There we go. But it's got its moments. I don't hate the film like a lot of people do, but I definitely have a spot. it's not it's not a great film. I don't love it. It's certainly one I'm not really looking forward to watching again. I've seen it like a couple times back in the day, maybe once, but anyways, if you guys have a DVD or Blu-ray copy or anywhere that you guys can stream or watch this thing, you guys can watch along with me. That's the point of these, is a watch along before the new Conjuring film. And yeah, it's gonna be a fun time. I was really happy to do Annabelle Creation, but I knew doing Annabelle Creation would definitely mean I'd have to go into Annabelle next. And I'm not sure if I'm looking forward to it, to be honest. We'll see if I like it more. I might like it more. Who knows, How you doing, Slayer Watcher? How you doing, Adam? Thank you guys for joining me, by the way. Sorry, I wanted to get that out there really quick. Why it's probably the worst looking, or the worst Conjuring film to a lot of people. Um, I actually had to buy it on Vudu a little bit ago. They were having like a sale for $10. I had to buy it on Vudu so I could do the stream, but yeah. Ian, how you doing, man? Thank you for joining us. I really appreciate that. How you doing? How's your day going? If you have a Blu-ray copy or DVD copy of Annabelle and you want to watch it along with me, please, 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 please. That'd be fun. Last night, a couple people actually watched Annabelle Creation alongside with me. That's good, Adam. That's good. I hope you're all having a great, decent day. Yes, I have my Raggedy Ann, Annabelle next to me. I bought it at an antique store a while back when I was really into Annabelle Creation. I actually bought that Raggedy Ann. Doing good too. Awesome, Ian. Awesome. So, guys, we're going to go ahead and get started. We're going to go ahead and dive right into this and just get it going so we're not having to wait on it any longer. So, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to pull up Vudu. All right. Bam. Here's Annabelle. All right, guys. 3, 2, 1. And the movie starting right now. All right, here we go. The first Annabelle film from 2014 is just played. And yes, you guys can talk to me while I'm watching it. I've seen it before, so don't worry. I'm not going to miss nothing. New Line Cinema. Alrighty then. I'm going to take a swig of coffee because I know I'm going to need it. 3 viewers and 5 likes already. Thank you guys so much for the support. It's only been 7 minutes into the commentary. I'm genuinely not looking forward to this. I'm not looking forward to it that much. Since the beginning of civilization, dolls have been beloved by children, cherished by collectors, and used in religious uh, rites. And yeah, and it opens up with, of course, the scene from The Conjuring. Not bad movie. A lot of jump scares. That's yeah, a lot of jump scares. Actually, I know the scene from The Conjuring. I would say if you didn't hear me earlier, Ian, I actually said why I think Annabelle's probably the most hated Conjuring film, and it's not just because it's not a great movie, which it's not the worst movie out there. I've seen a lot worse, when it comes to modern day horror films. The doll's creepy. That's a good. That's good. But and it has some good moments, but like, I think the problem was they put it out too soon. I would say too soon. The Conjuring was so good and so successful, so not generic, and then you come out with a generic horror film in the same realm as The Conjuring. That's a bad marketing move right there. That's a bad move right there. And there were a lot of people excited for the first Annabelle film. Actually, I think Annabelle Creation would have done so much better if the first Annabelle wasn't bad, which is a shame because Annabelle Creation is awesome, in my opinion. Yep. Annabelle. And they tried to really go for the doll theme. It's not about the doll, it's about what's inside the doll. The doll's important, but it's a conduit. Santa Monica, California. 1 year later. Yep. This movie felt a little cliche, predictable in storytelling. That's right. You're right, Ian. It did. Right now they're at church. And of course, there's the couple who's going to be getting the doll. But the movie felt a little cliche. Yeah, it's the problem. It was too cliched, and it was too predictable, and it was too tropey. And you don't take. It was a cash grab. This was the pure definition of a cash grab from Hollywood, where they knew that The Conjuring was so fucking successful and so beloved by so many people that, hey, what was the creepiest aspect of the Conjuring film? And to me, it wasn't Annabelle, but Annabelle was definitely like a fan favorite. Everybody loved the doll. I liked the looks of the doll too, but I think they should have just went with the regular Raggedy Ann. But they just grabbed it and was like, let's just cash grab on it. Let's just cash in on Annabelle, and they did. They did, which is unfortunate. They should have come out with Annabelle Creation first. Was this movie rated R? That's a good question, buddy. That is a good question. Let me look that up really quick. It's still playing. Don't worry. Annabelle. I actually think it was PG-13. I think, but let me just be sure. Um, uh, yeah, that's a good question. This was rated R. Yep, it was. Yep. You were right. I thought it was rated PG-13, but I guess since The Conjuring was rated R, they had to make this rated R to sell tickets. Yeah, it was pretty tame for an R-rated film. You're right. That's exactly right, man. Right on the money with that one. There's another problem with the movie. Too tame. Obviously, I respect it for not going overboard as much as like Annabelle 2 and The Nun, where it does go a little bit overboard with jump scares and not jump scares, but like the visuals. It doesn't go that far. It tries to build its suspense, but the problem with the suspense building, and it's more of the director's fault, I would say, in this situation where he was trying to build on suspense, but then he would follow up with a jump scare, which is not something you do. You don't just like throw something in someone's face. You kind of gotta build it up, and then you show the creepy imagery. The Conjuring One did that beautifully. And there were jump scares, but it was followed up with even more of a suspenseful fright. It wasn't even like they stopped after the jump scare; it kept going. It was smart. Phyllis. A little bit. Foreshadowing. I'm gonna start locking that door, buddy. It was well made. Yeah, yeah, for sure, man. I think she has like a doll collection. I think this woman does. Yeah, then he gives the doll to. I guess something happens next door, and they get the doll that way. Yeah, you never use that thing and watch TV at the same time. That's asking for trouble. Let me just tell you something right now. You're gonna stick yourself. Making it a little hard to concentrate. You know, there are other rooms in the house you could go into. I know that sounds like a very dickish thing to say, but it's like, oh god, that is such cringy writing right there. You shouldn't watch this stuff. It upsets the baby. You know, it's like, get out of here, dude. Oh, it was pretty lame. It was well made. Did James Wan? No, he did not. The guy who directed this one was John R. Leonetti. He also directed. I'm pretty sure he also directed. Um, Before that, he directed The Butterfly Effect 2, Sons of Thunder, Mortal Kombat Annihilation. Yeah. Oh my god. I didn't even know that myself. Yeah, that's who you get. You get the guy who directed fucking. You get the guy who directed Mortal Kombat Annihilation to do your next successful franchise. You. Oh, that is probably the stupidest thing I've ever heard right there. Mortal Kombat Annihilation, probably arguably, and I've never seen the movie myself, but I do know for a fact that it's arguably one of the worst movies ever made. I know that because everybody, you know, whoever I've seen do a movie review has said it's one of the worst movies they've ever seen in their lives. So you get somebody who's done one of the worst movies ever made for your next Conjuring film franchise. I don't know. And thank you so much, Ian. That means a lot, man. Thank you. Wow, that means wow. Thank you for the chat revenue. That means a lot, man. You have no idea. I appreciate that 100%. Anything you do for the channel, like, subscribe, share, donate money in whatever way you want to, it always does help everything. So thank you so much. That's badass of you. Worst video game movie ever. Yeah, that's what I've heard. That's what I've heard, Adam. People just hate Mortal Kombat Annihilation. And so let's get the director of that to do Annabelle, right? That makes logical sense. That's who I'd hire. What minute mark are y'all at? Because I got behind. Thanks. Slayer Watcher, we are at pull this up a little bit. We are at 9 minutes and 30 seconds, buddy. And remember, when I talk, it's a bit of a delay. So, like, wherever you are, um, you might. I gave you a little bit of jump ahead, so you would be where I'm at. So, because it's like about a 20-second delay. But, yeah. What minute mark are y'all at? Oh, I just answered that. I'm stupid. My apologies. And thank you, guys. You know why we don't have a lot of viewers right now? Because it's the worst film in the franchise. That's why. Is the third Conjuring movie out? No, it's coming out on the 4th of June. So I'm kind of hoping to get this all done before then. I'm hoping. But if I have to skip one, I will. And I know which one I'll skip. Because it's not really important in the franchise, really. And that'd be The Curse of La Llorona. What I would do is probably just skip that one, go straight to The Conjuring. Well, The Conjuring 2, and Annabelle Comes Home. And then I would go ahead and be ready for Conjuring 3. But you know, it'd suck if I didn't watch, it would suck if I didn't watch Curse of La Llorona, and that's the one they decided, you know, to throw in a lot of. They're opening the box? Yes, they just opened the box. Actually, they're just about to open the box. Yes, you're right. Sorry. You're around where I'm at, buddy. And there's the doll. I would love that Trick or Treat Studios prop version of this doll. I really would. I would love that thing, man. I'm weird. I like that stuff. I like horror movie props, you know? I would love that doll to be put probably right there in the corner of the room. I would too. Don't get me wrong. I'd send it to my friend, actually. Miss Albatross, thank you for joining us. How's your day going? I hope Lane and you are having a great weekend. Just watching possibly and arguably the worst film in the Conjuring universe, but we're having fun doing it. I got my Annabelle right there. I'd put that doll, the Trick or Treat one, next to that one. That's what I'd do. But they want like $500 for it. That's where it's like, you know, you kind of have to draw the line. It's like, yeah, that's a lot of money. She is a creepy ass doll. Let me tell you that now. The Curse of La Llorona is part of the Conjuring universe. That's right, it is. So if I have to skip one just so I have enough time, because I want to kind of try to release the first Conjuring film, the third Conjuring movie reaction up on the channel the day it comes out. I would love to do a reaction for it. So I don't want to have to do a commentary the same day because it'd be a lot of work just to kind of get it edited and posted as fast as possible. But if I had to skip one, because I've already seen all the Conjuring films leading up to the third one, I've already seen them all. But if I have to skip one, it's going to be The Curse of La Llorona, because I feel like out of all the films, it's the one that has least to do with the main storyline. But that's if. If I can get it out, I will. And if I can't, I'll do it after I do the third. That's right, the fucking neighbors are being murdered right now. Yep, the neighbors were just murdered because their daughter, Annabelle, just went on a killing spree. Ian, oh man, dude, you didn't have to do that, dude. Thank you so much again. Wow, you put us at $10 in chat revenue already, and it hasn't even been 20 minutes yet. Thank you so much, dude. That means so much to me. You have no idea. I appreciate that so much. That's a good guy, though. He was already concerned about the baby before anything else. People were murdered across the street, and he's more concerned with the baby coming. Though he was probably unaware that someone got murdered. Stupid move right there. Yes, he should. The smart thing would have been to call the cops. Here's the stupid. This is stupid movie making right here. This is why this guy shouldn't be directing horror films. You don't know. Sorry. There's no. If you hear a scream happening next door, you don't walk over there to check on him. You call the cops. Play it safe. Don't be stupid. That's what I would do. He's like, the way he says it, he's like, they would do the same for us. Let me just go over there and check. You can't call the cops just because you hear a scream. The second you call a cop, you could be saving lives right there just by calling the cops and having them run over there as fast as they can instead of you. Because if you get caught and now you're a hostage, now you're putting your wife and baby in danger. He was very stupid right there. What movie will come after The Conjuring 3 in the shared universe? That is a great question, man. That's a great question. I know that for a while they were talking about doing The Nun too, which I don't think they're going to do now because The Nun was just such a big bomb. I'm sure it made its money back, but like still. And there she goes with a baby going next door to check on him. You call the fucking cops. Don't be fucking stupid. What did he do to get that blood on him? Like, what did he do to get that blood on him? I'm curious because he had like a giant blood streak on his shirt. I'm like, did you actually pick the bodies up or something and get blood on you? That's what I'm assuming he probably did. AI. But the Conjuring, you know, it would be interesting for them to do a Haunting It in Connecticut story. Yeah, you look in the background because they're probably sneaking inside the house, which I'm sure they will. There she is. There's Annabelle sneaking inside the house. Yep. Yep. She's already here. I missed that. Did she give an address? Did she actually give an address? I don't know. I didn't hear her give an address. I'm sorry. I was. Oh yeah, that's creepy. Her love for dolls, you know. Yeah, ain't no way I'm going over there. They do some dumb things in horror movies. They really do. This one though is almost like it's the writing. This is the writing. It is the stupidest decision making you could ever possibly do. Like, guy, you need to use a little bit more common sense. What would you do? What you should ask yourself when you're making a horror film is what you would do in that situation, not what other people might do. You ask what you would do. And there's this freak. Yeah, she actually got stabbed. Good job. Nice job. I love how he's yelling, "Get out of here." She is stabbed. She's a pregnant woman who was just stabbed. She's not getting up that fast. Oh, yeah. This husband's a badass, dude. He took both of them on. That's pretty good. I would do the same thing. Yeah, and I can't blame him for not helping because you got stabbed. There's no way you'd want to help. And there's Annabelle, same woman from the second movie, just Oh man, there he goes again. Oh, I forgot the police show up and shoot him. Yeah. Thank you again, Ian. You brought me up to $13 in chat revenue, dude. I don't even know what to say to you, dude. You're an absolute badass. I seriously mean that's so appreciated. You have no idea. Thank you so much, man. To be stabbed while pregnant. You see, this is why. Yeah, she was killed too. Yeah. 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 It's. And the movie, look, it doesn't start out bad. Just a lot of stupid decision making. That's the only problem with this. That's the only problem I have with this. Oh, hi, Jordan and Annabelle. Hello, Sebastian. Thank you for joining us, man. We have 6 viewers, 5 likes, and $13 chat revenue already. Already. Yep, and her blood gets into the eye of Annabelle. Yep. Yep. Unlike Chucky, Annabelle never gets up and walks around. That's very true. She doesn't have to, though. She has so much demonic energy around her. I think this was inspired by the Manson murders. I think. Not 100%, but I think. I don't think this actually happened in real life, though. Like, these two actually went around killing people. Yeah, and then Annabelle Creation, connected it, which is fine. This makes sense, to be connected with Annabelle Creation. But, like, Annabelle Creation should have come out before Annabelle. Yeah, of course, yeah. They're at the hospital right now. Again, the whole demon using the doll as a conduit, again, confused me given the girl already was possessed by the demon. Yeah. You're right, you're right. Like, was the demon inside the doll or was it inside the girl? Like, obviously, I think, it could have an influence on the girl, but, like, the doll is supposed to be a conduit, but yet it possessed the woman. I'm assuming what happened was in Annabelle Creation, the demon uses the girl. It wasn't the doll at first, but then it uses the girl. And then as soon as it knew it was kind of fucked, it ran off using the girl's body. And then at the last minute before she died, it's kind of slipped over into the doll again. Yeah, and there's that thing. That doll. Yeah. Okay, I'll tell you what though. The best part about this movie is it's not a long movie. It's an hour and 38 minutes, but it's not horribly long. Conjuring 2 is loosely based on the story of Janet Hodgson and her family during the Enfield. Yep. I did so much research after that movie. The only films that are actually based on real events, like legitimately true stories, are the first two Conjuring films. Other than that, these sideshow, these whatever you want to call them, I forget what like people refer to them as, but God, what is the word? What is the word I'm looking for? Spin-off movies. These spin-off movies with Annabelle, the Nun, and all these other side characters are just cash grabs. Basically, they're all cash grabs. Even The Conjuring 3 is based on a true story that actually did occur. There's no proof that this ever happened. Alfred Woodard's character is probably the best thing in this movie. Alfred Woodard's character. Let me look that up really quick. I'm sorry, I might come off stupid right now, but I'm gonna make sure. I'm just gonna check who that is. I have actually IMDb pulled up right now. Oh yes. Her character's very good. I like her character quite a bit actually. Good call. In the documentary on YouTube, the Hodgson family is creepy as hell. Dude, they are the Hodgkin family. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that, but yes, I've seen the documentaries. I've seen so much on the Warren cases and stuff after these movies, and I enjoy them. I think they're fascinating stories. You know, whether you believe them or not is up to you. But like, I definitely have some believability towards it because if you know me, you know that I have talked about my own personal experiences with hauntings and stuff. I lived in a haunted house. I live in a haunted house now. I live in a haunted house for most of my life. That's been me, and I have seen things that I can't explain, 100%. So, and I'm not a crazy person, but I can tell you I've seen things I can't explain to you. And here it is. The haunting begins to happen. First, one hell of a first week inside the new house. You know what I mean? One hell of a neighborhood. Just the insanity of this film. It's just the old man goes talking to the daughter. Did you think she was acting or was it real? I think it was real. I genuinely think the voice she was pulling off. If she it was acting, one of the best child actors ever. But if she that would not be easy as a child to pull off. That would have taken a lot of inside to pull out, and that was something interesting for sure. Now, whether or not it's very true, I don't know. I can't tell you that for 100% for sure. But do I believe it probably is true? Yeah, I think it was very fascinating that she was listing all this stuff off. And I would love to talk about The Conjuring 2 even more when we do our Conjuring 2 commentary, but I definitely think that what she was pulling off there was very much mysterious and eerie. So, like, yeah, I personally do think that it was probably a legitimate thing that was happening in that house. There was something going on there, and the fact that he was talking as this person and listing all these things that this person went through and that were actually documented. They were these things that happened to this old man were documented, and she was telling them to their faces what he died from and how he died, and that is exactly how he died in real life. And and obviously you could go to a library and find out, if this stuff was true or not. For sure, you could. I could go to the library and find a whole bunch of stuff, but like, what are the odds? What are the odds of that? And how she pulled off that voice was just miraculous. It was crazy. Thank you again, Ian. You're a badass, dude. We're almost 20 bucks in chat revenue already. Wow, this has been the most successful Conjuring universe movie commentary we've done so far. I appreciate that. You don't have to, man, but when you guys do, it does mean a lot to me, and I do appreciate it. Thank you so much, Ian. Hello, Doc's Box. How you doing, man? You return. How are you doing, dude? I believe that this cases are real, but the stuff added in the sequels, I think solely the movies property. However, I'm not completely a skeptic. I do genuinely want to believe in the supernatural. I've seen so much in my life that I genuinely believe in the supernatural. It all depends on who you are, whether you experience the stuff, whether you go out looking for the stuff, or whether you actually conjure up this stuff is up to you. Um, I would never recommend an Ouija board. That shit can be very dangerous. Even people who are skeptics believe that Ouija boards are not safe to play with. You know. How you doing, Docs? Though I appreciate you joining us, man. We are 27 minutes into Annabelle right now from 2014, arguably the worst film in the franchise. So, and so far, I'm annoyed by the character decisions again. Oh, I appreciate the likes, guys. Thank you so much. It's probably a busy day for most people. I know it's Memorial Day weekend, so like people are probably out doing stuff right now. But if you're bored and you want to join me watching this, then by all means, please do. Oh, well, good for you. They're talking at the table right now. Just she's eating a pickle. Mad respect for her. Love pickles, man. Yeah, she's eating a lot because the pregnancy. Yeah, that's right. Wow. Oh yeah, we got 5 viewers, 6 likes, and thanks to Ian Hill, we have $16 in chat revenue, almost $20 in chat revenue. Are we at the scene with the wife and her sewing machine? That always unnerved me. Right now, I'm at the scene where they're talking in the kitchen, but it's slowly coming into that scene, I think, right now. So the wife was hot, right? She was cute. She was a cute wife, and the doll's moved. Yep, there's the first step. The doll is moved, everybody. It is moved. But yeah, the wife is a cute woman. I'm not gonna lie. She is. She is. The wife is hot, but she was boring in the Mummy remake with Tom Cruise. I didn't see the Mummy remake. Actually, I was kind of avoiding it, to be honest. But I might, at some point, of course, try to do a Mummy commentary or, well, reaction, I mean. Maybe. That depends. And it does depend, because I'm not sure. Yep, that was away the doll. Bam, bam, bam. Thank you, ma'am. Sorry for that, but if the stream lagged at any, I apologize. Trauma Miller, what's up, man? How you doing? If the stream is experiencing anything bad right now, I apologize. See if I can fix that really quick. Yeah, the internet keeps like I guess like fucking up in some way, so I apologize guys for that. But how you doing, Trauma Miller? What's up, man? We are about 31 minutes into the movie right now. 30 minutes, 30 seconds into the movie. Okay, it seems like it's calmed down a bit. Sorry about that, guys. That was crazy. Jordan, I've been acting like Kiss and Jack Black. Awesome. I'll make you popcorn. Help me. Oh man, I'm almost out of coffee. That's pretty sad. Ian Hill. Well, actually, the remake of The Mummy, she said she had Tom Cruise in her hotel room in Baghdad, and thus is pissed at him for stealing her map to the Mummy's tomb. Tenacious D. That's a pretty decent band. My friend Cinnamon Spice Rack Studios loves that. And Spice Rack Studios, actually, if you guys didn't know, I just posted Ferngully on the channel, Ferngully movie reaction. I apologize after the opening scene. There's like a quick, shout out to her, but it's like the audio is very loud, and I apologize for that. But so far, it has almost 100 views, so it's over 100 views, so I appreciate that. We have about an hour to go. And so far, you know what I've noticed about this movie? She's now at the sewing needle scene. She's now at the scene. LOL, Sebastian. 7 views and 7 likes. Thank you guys so much. Who's all watching? Say hello, guys. Thank you again, Ian. Oh my god. Did you know who did this the other day? Taco Bella Lugosi. After like every 5 minutes, he was donating like $1, $2, $10. He went like to $15 at one point. It was crazy. I really do appreciate it. You have no idea. You will never know how much I appreciate it, but I really do. Because Tom Cruise is Sergeant who is looking for treasure and loot to sell on the black market. The movie, I love the songs from it. Oh, yeah. I haven't seen the Tenacious D movie. Here's the sewing needle scene, and guess what she's going to do? She does exactly what you shouldn't do when sewing. Popcorn. 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 It's burning. Burning. Come on. And there it is. You done stuck yourself. So, never seen Tenacious D. The Pick of Destiny. Popcorn Lady. Just, like, obviously it's a spirit kind of, yeah, doing it, but you should never leave popcorn by itself, because what will happen is exactly that. Let's hope she has a fucking fire hydrant. Fire hydrant. Fire extinguisher. That's pretty bad fire. Yep. And then she falls with the baby. Be a bit more cautious of your surroundings, lady. Like, maybe just get out of the house at that point if you're not going to be able to put it out. And then she's literally crawling. You kick it. Yep, the neighbors came in. Good for him. Yeah, that was a good moment, though, where she got dragged. Like, it was that quick moment of her getting dragged that you kind of knew something was up. They didn't show nothing, but you kind of had the feeling, So that was a good moment. I do like that, but it was just the situation. What she was doing in the situation was just, not smart. There always has to be popcorn in a horror movie. That's right. That's right. Behind you. Oh, yeah, she gave birth. Wow, yeah.